Today I'm going to talk to you briefly about the roles of wildlife sanctuaries in animal welfare. Wildlife sanctuaries are often a very controversial subject, as many people do not completely agree with what the purpose of wildlife sanctuaries should be in animal welfare. The issue of caring for these animals responsibly, breeding, animal interaction, and comparisons to zoos are just a few examples of why wildlife sanctuaries are so widely debated. I will address some of these topics and explain why there is in fact a great need for sanctuaries in the United States today.
There is an epidemic of private ownership of exotic animals in the United States. People are often lured into purchasing these animals due to the unique status they feel from owning something so awe-inspiring, as well as being drawn to the cute appearance of juveniles such as this tiger cub. People who choose private ownership usually do not take into account the expense as well as the danger of owning exotic animals. Oftentimes, private owners will go to extreme and cruel lengths, such as declawing, to maintain a feeling of power and safety when owning these animals. This leaves the animal with no real defense system, as well as residual and lifelong pain due to the way in which the procedure is performed. While ownership laws vary from state to state, many states, like California, ban the ownership of exotic animals completely, which often results in the animals being confiscated. Because these animals are often left defenseless, as well as the fact that they have no knowledge of how to hunt or care for themselves, they are not able to be released back into the wild. Therefore, whether due to confiscation or owner surrender, the majority of privately owned exotics end up in need of a place to live out the rest of their lives peacefully. Furthermore, zoos are not likely to take in these tigers as they tend to be very highly inbred and do not lend enough genetic variability to their breeding programs. Sadly, some less reputable sanctuaries continue breeding their tigers. This is partially due to the misconception that in doing so, they will aid conservation efforts, and partially because young cubs bring in more visitors to their facility. However, wildlife sanctuaries that have the best interest of the animal at heart do not breed their animals and merely serve as a home in which they may live out their lives with dignity. It is my hope that I have provided some insight and understanding as to why animal sanctuaries are relevant and needed in animal welfare. For more information on wildlife sanctuaries, click on the links provided above.